Hello, welcome back to the Cataclysm. Vormithrax here with episode 162 of our Let's Play tutorial for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. And it's time to do some mass production of mutagen, purifier, and maybe some serum. We'll kind of see just how far along we get. We're going to spend quite a bit of time cooped up in our Apocalypse Deathmobile here. Alright, we're tired, full and slaked, so we need to get some sleep first. We'll do that. I don't really care about the day-night cycle. We've got plenty of power in this vehicle. And it charges up during the day anyway for whatever I use when I run my lights at night. So we're just going to get a whole bunch of crafting done. So let's see just how much we can accomplish here. First off, let's go ahead and take a nap. I think we've got plenty enough food and water available. I'll have to double check some of that. Well rested, getting up comes easy, revitalized after our rest. Good news. Alright, optical dampers back off again. Okay, it is 4 a.m., so sun will be coming up fairly soon. We managed to sleep and wake up without getting hungry and thirsty. That's different. Usually I end up always hungry and thirsty afterwards. Okay, so we're just going to stay right here where we're at. Last episode we did another resource run. Didn't bring back as many bird eggs as I would like, but hopefully we've got enough now. I think we've got plenty of the seeds, so we're going to get some things created. Now, one thing I was considering is I'd seen some comments and advice on the forums and wiki and Discord channels and such regarding mutations. When you're trying to pursue a specific branch, one strategy is to take mutations from other branches that will provide you with positive mutations to offset the negative mutations you might get in the branch you're actually going to threshold in. That way, when you get those negative mutations, what they do is instead of giving you the negative, they just lower the positive that you've received in the other tree. So you end up with a net effect, hopefully, of the positives in your main threshold branch without as many of the negatives. So that's something I'm considering. Let's see how far we get into our manufacturing process here, and then we'll take a look at a few possibilities and see if we might need to do one more resource run for some of these secondary branch mutation trees and what it takes to actually create some mutagen for those branches. So let's get the basics done first. We need a really big supply of mutagen, which we're going to turn a large portion of into purifier. Then we'll check our balance of materials and serums and mutagens and such and kind of decide from there. So let's excuse me, let's turn the lights on. Aisle lights are activated, and let's just craft up stupid amounts of mutagen. Just standard base mutagen. Oh, we can't even do 20? What am I missing? How am I out of range of my ammonia? I know I've got more ammonia than that. We'll move up a space and try again. Alright, now I'm confused. Do I not have nearly as much ammonia as I thought I did? That's concerning. I gotta remember which character and series I'm playing. I'm used to one of my live stream series having just stupid amounts of ammonia and bleach that I never really had a good opportunity to use. So apparently I just haven't done enough on this guy. Alright, so ammonia and lye powder are what we can use for mutagen. We definitely need a bunch of it because I need a lot more than this. I need to do like 100 doses of this. So let's do, let's see here. Switch it to all. Search for bleach. Yeah, that's not nearly enough either. Alright, well, we are still a long way from getting done what I want to get done then. We need both bleach and ammonia. Now, the bleach isn't that big a deal. It takes a bit of prep work, but it's not super hard to make. That is because all it takes is salt water. And we're in a swamp, so we've got access to plenty of salt water. We can basically make as much as we might need. So that one's pretty simple. So I can make myself mass quantities of bleach. But that does require us to have large amounts of liquid storage as well. Now I was hoping to save these two tanks for mutagen and purifier. So I'll probably have to switch things up a bit. How to do this? I know I've got some, steel jerry can. I could just go fill that up with swamp water or salt water. Let's take a look at ammonia. That's the one that's going to be harder to make. So ammonia is water, scrap metal, and either charcoal or lye powder. Well, lye powder is something we can use to make the mutagen also, so it's not useful to use that up. So basically charcoal and water and scrap metal. I'm not sure how much scrap metal I've got laying around. It's pretty easy to come across, but it would take a little bit of time and effort to go grab. And charcoal, I don't have an easy source of charcoal currently. Only way I can get that realistically is to set up a charcoal kiln and start burning wood for charcoal, which I can do, but again, takes time and effort. What to do? I wasn't anticipating running out of bleach and ammonia so quickly. The other option is just to go adventuring again and try to locate some bleached ammonia. Bleach isn't that big a problem. Laundromats usually have lots of bleach, but ammonia, the only source I've found for ammonia that's pretty reliable is labs. So, we only have this one lab that I know about so far. I've been really itching to get finished up with this run that we've been doing for getting the mutation tree done, but I'm going to need a lot more of both of these materials, so I kind of have to make a decision. If I'm going to try to go into labs for ammonia, I'm going to pull out probably more bleach than ammonia, so there's no point in taking the time to make the bleach, because I'll probably get an equal, if not larger, supply of bleach in labs than I will ammonia. So I think it's been a few episodes since we actually got traveling and did anything else. I think maybe I will put a break in our mutation process here and take a trip in our travel vehicle and see if we can get some map exploration done, maybe hit another bank or two, see if we can find another lab, things like that. So I'm not in a super big hurry for the mutation stuff, mostly because it's going to be a pretty rough go to get a good mutation chain when we don't have the robust genetics trait. So there is a trait you can pick at the beginning of the game called Robust Genetics. Costs quite a few points, but it basically slants the odds in your favor of getting a good mutation. So the way it works is when you take just a standard randomized mutagen, you have a 2/3 chance of getting any mutation that's available, meaning good, bad, neutral, whatever. It just randomly draws from the big table of mutations and you get it. Could be a good one, could be a bad one, could be a no effect one. The other 1/3 chance, though, if you do not have robust genetics, is guaranteed to be considered a bad mutation. So you'll always have a 1/3 chance for a bad mutation. If you have robust genetics, on the other hand, that flips to a 1/3 chance to be a good mutation. It's a huge difference, and if you know for certain you're going to go on a mutation-heavy run, I would strongly recommend you try to find the points that will allow you to take robust genetics as a trait at the beginning of the game. It'll make a really big difference if you're sure you're going to go down the mutation line. So in this case, I didn't have the points, hadn't considered that far ahead, and am mainly doing the mutations just for a tutorial training purpose for people in this series. I wouldn't normally pursue this, probably, without having robust genetics, but we're going to do it just because it'll be fun, and I can always purge it all away as long as we've got plenty of purifier available. So we're going to do portions of it, but how much we do and what kind of mix we get of good and bad is going to be up in the air quite a bit. So let's put a break in our mutation run here until we get back with some more ammonia and bleach. So we're going to make a point to try to grab both of those. So let's hop in our vehicle and finish some of the local things that I was planning on doing. We'll head into town here We'll hit places like the jewelry store, the laundromat. Not sure what else. Well, I'll have to check what else. Is there a dojo? No, that's a sporting goods. There's a fitness gym. We'll see. I'll have to check to see what else is in the town available here. But I had wanted to check this town area out, maybe see if we could get across the bridge. There's a bunch of endpoints here that might be things like laboratories. Kind of weird the way this is blocked, so we'll kind of see what happens here. But there is no, there is not a continuous road. There's a bridge here, then a bridge here. But there's no actual road connection to any of these other points on this side. So that's kind of odd the way that happened in map generation. But this area is one that I wanted to get a little closer look at, and then also this northern area. There's quite a few endpoints up here we might be able to get to, depending on the forest and swamps blocking us out. So I think first, though, we'll go ahead and head down to St. Johnsbury there and see what kind of mischief we can get up to. So we haven't done any real good fighting or combat in a while, so let's do that. I think it's good. I try to mix things up, so we've spent enough time here just kind of dinking around with raw materials and that. Okay, so towards that end, let's go ahead and turn off the lights. Actually, I might need those. I might need to cook up some food before we take off. Let's go take a look at our travel vehicle. What have we got in this thing? I think I got a lot of random stuff in here. Another thing I wanted to talk about is a very recent experimental update has drastically modified how ranged weapons work in the game, guns. And it's effectively roughly doubled the range at which you can accurately engage enemies. And it's a huge change in the power level and usability of ranged weaponry, guns specifically. So if you haven't tried it yet and you do play with the experimentals, I'd recommend updating and give it a try. It makes a very large difference. I haven't yet had a chance to fiddle around with it much myself. I'm kind of curious what the effects are going to be to a long-term game session like this tutorial series and also my prison escape series. I'm going to need to go through and kind of reevaluate my ranged weaponry. So I've got that RM88 battle rifle heavily modded, so I'm interested to pull that thing out and give it a try and see just how well we can do with that thing in combat environments. So that's one thing I plan on testing here pretty quick. Alright, so what do we got? So I want to check first, what kind of storage capacity do I have? 40, 100, 200... 2 and 8. So I've got tons and tons of space available. So technically I don't really need to pull everything out of here right now. Sledgehammer, EMP grenades, our battle rifle, bottle jack, got our control laptop. I think we've still got all of our normal travel gear back here. Cartsy and the bike, pickaxe, toolboxes, UPSs, the welder. Got our rollerblades. Alright, we've got some pemmican. Plenty of medicines. Science and military cards. Yeah, I think we're good. That super alloy MBR vest. Alright, so I think our travel vehicle's in good shape. Let's make sure we're okay here. We've got over 200 liters of gas in the thing, so we're good there. It's starting to get a little low on water, but that's plenty for a normal trip out, so I'm not going to be too worried about that. And we've got some damage to it we need to get repaired. Oh, we got quite a bit of damage to it. Alright, our welder ran out of charges. I had no idea. Look at all this damage. Where did all this damage come from to the interior? Holy crap. Huh. Alright, well I'm glad I checked. I had no idea we had this kind of damage to the thing. Look at this. It's all around the vehicle. I'm more than a little curious where all this damage came from. Has it been that long since I checked this thing? Because I'm not understanding how I got damage to all of these different locations. Normally I see just front end damage from me just driving around and ramming bushes and stuff. So where did all the rest of this come from? Huh. I'm at a bit of a loss what's going on there. Get the welder. I really wish I had an integrated tool set on this guy. Can't believe I still don't have one, given everything else I've got installed. Gonna take a stupid amount of power and my batteries to get this all fixed up. Yeah. Need more batteries. I really thought I had a UPS version of my welder. I'm gonna have to get that taken care of. Alright, find batteries. Hopefully that does it. Oh yeah. For anybody wondering how I'm doing this so fast, if you just keep tapping the R key, it'll automatically select the next damaged part, and just tap the R a second time and it'll start repairing it. So you can quickly cycle through, except for when you run out of battery power. Yeah, it's going to take a stupid amount of energy to fix all this stuff. I can't believe how many of these things are damaged. That's how I'm cycling through this so quickly, is I'm just quick tapping the R key. I don't think I'm going to make it through even with the 1600 additional power I picked up. Alright, keeps wanting to come back to that mirror now. Now it's a little tougher. I'm going to end up spending the entire episode just repairing my vehicle. Oh, bullcrap, there's no damaged parts. Oh, that's right, I have to pull the swappable storage batteries in order to fix those. And yeah, see, there are damaged. Am I out of batteries? I'm out of batteries. Grrr. Not how I anticipated spending this episode. Alright, so mirror I do want to get fixed. These I can't do anything about for now. What the hell? I thought I already fixed the entire front end. I really don't understand how the entire vehicle basically took a level of damage. Unless I'm forgetting an event. Which is possible. This is just a stupid amount of damage. Alright, that's it finally. I cannot believe that was like 2,000, a little over 2,000, 2,500 something batteries just to get this thing repaired, and I still have to repair these swappable storage batteries, but I have to pull those, and then I have to have my crane available. I'm not going to bother quite yet with that stuff, so... Alright, that was pretty annoying. How many batteries do I have left on me? None? Apparently I have none left on me. So yeah, that was a lot more than 2,000. Man, that's a stupid amount of damage. Alright, let's take another 2,000, I guess. Let's do not that menu. Oops, very hungry and very thirsty. Yeah, that was a lot of welding. An atomic battery mod, really? Wow, I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Huh, interesting. Atomic battery mod just takes a plutonium cell. I'm really tempted to put a plutonium cell in my welder for my travel vehicle. I don't come across plutonium all that often, so it'd be a lot better to have a renewable power supply, but the UPS system is massively inefficient, but it's essentially free power, so I don't care about the inefficiency as long as I've got the solar running. So, what I don't see on that list though is the UPS battery setup, so I'm a little confused. There we go, UPS conversion mod. So I just need the small storage battery for the UPS conversion mod. Alright, so back to this list. I've got two medium storage batteries, so we're going to take one of those and step outside and disassemble it. I don't have my screwdriving tool. Why, oh why do I not have my integrated tool set on this guy? It's driving me nuts. Yeah, apparently 2,000 batteries weighs a lot, so let's get that dumped off here. Okay, now we can make the conversion mod. Let's do 3 of them, just so I have a few extras. Alright, too heavy, so I dropped it. Fine. And where am I keeping my mods? Okay, welder's got 14 charges. Let's unload that. Welder unloaded now. Welder is 0 charges. Let's apply the UPS conversion mod to our welder. Yes. Drop the welder onto the recharge station. Alright, so we've got the UPS and the welder on the recharge station. Battery supplies are good. Let's go ahead and turn on the recharger. Okay, Got our S stock, our couple of grenades. I don't really need to make up any food. We've got food available. Lots of medical gear. How are we looking for? Yeah, 69's a bit much, but that's because I'm carrying the rucksack. Let's dump the rucksack. Alright, 41 is good. Eye encumbrance is crazy right now. That's because I've got the fire mask on. We will take off the fire mask as well. And we're looking now. 41, 30. I don't care about head encumbrance. That's irrelevant. Has no game effect. Eyes is fine. Arms is fine. Everything else is good. Oops, and temperature-wise, we're looking good. It is day 8 of spring. We've got a week before the summer hits. Okay, I think we're good to go right about the time that I need to close out the episode. So we spent the entire episode basically figuring out we don't have what we need to finish up our mutation line and fixing the stupid travel vehicle. Again, I wish I knew where all that damage came from. I cannot remember getting into much mischief with that thing that would have caused the frickin' entire frame of the vehicle to suffer damage. But I could be misremembering something or did some kind of oopsie in the past since last time I got it repaired. I don't think I'm going to worry about anything else. So I'll just practice my ranged fire with the gun that we've got there. I think we've got all the other materials that we need for our traveling around. So my first stop's going to be over this direction. We'll take a quick look into this town. We might go rollerblading in. I'm not real sure. We'll kind of see when we get a little closer to it and what kind of time of day it is when we get over there. But I'm just mostly concerned about this river and kind of easy access to the other side, whether these bridges are blocked and just what kind of a mess it is to try to get to them, because they're both kind of buried on the back sides of the... well, that's interesting. This is river here. And this is river here. So apparently they've got a school sitting on an island out in the middle of the river. That's kind of interesting. Huh. That'd be a nightmare to try to get through, depending on just how small the island is, and if the school takes up the entire chunk, that would make this a bit of a death trap. So, we'll see. We got a lot of stuff we can do out there, but I think we'll do a couple of episodes of traveling around again, and then we will revisit the mutation line. Once we get that done, it's going to come down to whether I can find a lab here locally. If I cannot find a lab in these local areas, then we're going to be coming back to the vehicle and crafting up what we need. I'll have to set up a charcoal kiln, get some charcoal burned up, which won't be a huge issue, but take a little bit of time to get that done. So we'll see what we can do. I'm going to end the episode right here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section or via my Discord channel. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.